Have you ever felt the urge to check your phone just because you're afraid of missing something important? Or felt anxious about not attending a party that your friends are posting about on social media? If so, you are not alone. This is the phenomenon of FOMO, fear of missing out, the fear of missing out on something, a common psychological issue in today's society. 1. What is FOMO? FOMO, short for fear of missing out, is understood as the fear or anxiety that others are having interesting, valuable experiences that you are not part of. This often leads to a continuous desire to stay connected with what others are doing, especially through social media. The term was first coined by Dr. Dan Herman in 1996, but in reality, FOMO has existed in society for a long time. It is closely related to the social comparison theory introduced by psychologist Leon Festinger in 1954. According to this theory, people tend to evaluate their self-worth based on comparisons with others. 2. Signs of FOMO. FOMO can manifest in many different forms, from behavior, emotions to everyday thoughts. Below are specific signs to recognize. 2.1. The act of constantly checking social media. Can't take my eyes off my phone. You feel the need to constantly scroll through Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, or other platforms to keep up with everything other people are doing. Feeling uneasy if not online. When you can't connect to the internet or don't check social media for a few hours, it's easy to feel anxious, insecure, or afraid that you're missing out on something important. Caught up in stories online. Frequently watch stories, reels or videos of friends even though the content is not really relevant or interesting to you. 2.2. Compare yourself to others when you see your friends traveling. Participating in epic events or achieving something, you feel like your life is dull and unattractive. Always wondering about your choice. For example, you choose to stay home on the weekend to rest, but then see your friends posting photos of you gathering. You immediately doubt your decision and feel regretful. Desire to be recognized. You tend to post more on social networks to prove that your life is also colorful and noteworthy. 2.3. Compare yourself to others. Worry about being excluded. Feeling abandoned. When you're not invited to an event or gathering, you feel hurt and wonder if you're being ignored. Always wanted to participate in all. Even if you are not really interested, you still try to participate so as not to miss anything, leading to time or financial overload. 2.4. Obsessive thoughts about choices. Fear of mistakes. You have difficulty making decisions because you worry that any choice might cause you to miss out on something better. For example, you don't know whether to attend this friend's birthday party or another friend's event. Regret what you didn't do. You constantly think about the opportunities you missed and feel disappointed in yourself. 2.5. Negative moods constantly appear. Feeling lonely. You feel like you don't belong to any group and always think that other people are having fun without you. Anxiety and stress. Anxiety about not being included or not catching up enough with others makes you tired. Decreased self-esteem. You doubt your self-worth, feeling like you're not interesting, successful, or important enough like the people around you. Some examples illustrate FOMO in practice. Party you didn't attend. You see your friends posting photos checking in at a party where you weren't invited. Even though you aren't actually close to them, you still feel hurt and excluded. Choose the wrong destination. You're traveling to a beautiful location, but while scrolling through social media, you see your friends having fun somewhere else. Immediately, you feel regret for not choosing that destination. Work and career. Your friends are constantly boasting about new jobs, raises, or awards. This makes you feel pressured and worried that you are falling behind them. Shopping. A brand launches a limited time promotion, and you rush to buy it just because you don't want to miss out on the deal, even though in reality you don't really need the item. 3. Impact of FOMO on life. FOMO not only affects psychology but also negatively impacts many aspects of life. Below is a detailed analysis of the effects this syndrome can cause. 3.1. Impact on psychology and emotions. Prolonged feelings of insecurity and anxiety. People with FOMO often feel worried that they are not participating or not keeping up enough with what is going on around them. This worry can become a form of chronic stress, making it difficult to focus on the present. For example, you see your friends posting pictures from a get-together, and even though you have no legitimate reason to feel hurt, you still feel anxious because you think you're being excluded. Increased feelings of jealousy and inferiority. FOMO promotes the tendency to compare yourself with others. This increases feelings of inferiority, and can even lead to jealousy of others' success or happiness. For example, when you see your colleagues showing off their achievements on social networks, it's easy to fall into a state of doubting your own abilities and feeling like you're not good enough. Mood swings and emotional imbalance. People with FOMO easily fall into negative emotional loops. They may feel excited when they follow a certain trend but then quickly turn sad when they don't get to participate in anything else. 3.2. Impact on social relationships. Cracks in relationships. FOMO can cause you to become dependent on validation from others. You feel the need to show up at every event to prove your worth, leading to no time for close relationships. For example, instead of spending time with your family, you prioritize attending events of friends or acquaintances just to avoid the feeling of missing out. Increasing pressure to maintain a personal image. To keep up with others, you may try to create an ideal image on social media. This not only causes stress but also makes you lose authenticity in your relationships with others. Feeling isolated even when connected, although FOMO drives participation in social activities. Those experiencing this syndrome often feel empty or lonely because these connections do not provide real value. 3.3. Impact on work and study. Loss of concentration and reduced efficiency. Distractions from social media or obsessive thoughts about what's going on make it difficult to concentrate on work or study. This leads to reduced productivity and efficiency. For example, you constantly check your phone during work hours, leading to missing important deadlines. Making bad decisions. FOMO causes you to make hasty, ill-considered decisions out of fear of missing out on opportunities. This can negatively affect your career or long-term study plans. For example, you take an online course just because you saw your friends sign up, but eventually realize that the course is not suitable for your goals. 3.4. Impact on personal finances. Uncontrolled spending. FOMO often leads to impulsive shopping or engaging in activities you don't really need, just to catch up with others. For example, you spend heavily on luxury trips or shopping for branded goods to post photos on social networks, even though this is beyond your financial ability. Long-term financial pressure. Impulsive spending decisions can put you into debt, affecting your ability to save and long-term financial goals. 3.5. Impact on health. Mental health. FOMO increases the risk of problems such as depression, anxiety disorders, or burnout syndrome because of always trying to catch up with what others are doing. Physical health. The pressure from FOMO can affect eating habits, sleep, and physical activity levels. You may stay up late looking at social media, skip meals because you're too busy, or feel tired due to prolonged stress. 4. Solution to overcome FOMO syndrome. To minimize and overcome FOMO syndrome, it is necessary to apply a series of solutions from changing thinking, adjusting habits to building a healthy lifestyle. Below are specific solutions. 4.1. Change personal perception. Recognize and accept the presence of FOMO. The first step to overcoming FOMO is admitting that you are experiencing it. Take the time to understand that missing out on some opportunities, events, or trends is completely normal and does not affect your self-worth. For example, remind yourself that you don't need to attend every trip or social event to feel like you're living a meaningful life. Focus on what you have. Instead of focusing on what you don't have or can't do, shift your focus to the positive and valuable things in your life right now. For example, practice gratitude by writing down 3 things you're grateful for every day, like your family, your health, or your personal accomplishments. Create your own definition of success and happiness. Don't let social media or society dictate what you need to do to be successful. Clearly define your own goals, values, and standards. For example, if you love a minimalist lifestyle, appreciate it instead of feeling pressured to pursue the lavish lifestyle your friends share. 4.2. Time spent using social networks. Time limit of use. Set daily time limits for social media use. Some apps like Screen Time, iOS, or Digital Wellbeing, Android can help you control this time. For example, limit using social networks to only 1 hour a day, especially in the evening to avoid affecting sleep. Filter the content you follow. Be selective about the accounts or pages you follow. Only keep content that is positive, inspirational, or supports personal development. Take a break from social media. Consider taking a break from social media for a few days or weeks to recharge and connect more deeply with yourself. For example, do a digital detox on the weekend to focus on activities like reading, going for a walk, or meeting friends in real life. 4.3. Build healthy living habits. Practicing mindfulness. Mindfulness helps you live fully in the present moment instead of worrying about what you're missing out on. You can practice through meditation, yoga, or simply focusing on your breathing every day. For example, spend 10 minutes every morning meditating or breathing deeply before starting your day. Participate in practical activities. Spend time on real activities instead of just sticking to the virtual world. This helps you build meaningful experiences and reduce your reliance on social media. For example, join cooking classes, play sports, or volunteer activities to expand real-life connections. Invest in personal interests. Personal interests help you focus on your own enjoyment without being influenced by social pressures. For example, learning a musical instrument, painting, or taking care of plants are activities that bring relaxation and personal development. 4.4. Make meaningful connections with those around you. Strengthen real relationships. Instead of connecting via social media, spend quality time with family, friends, and loved ones. These relationships provide comfort and a greater sense of security. For example, plan a small get-together at home or go on a field trip together. Chat and share emotions. Don't be afraid to express your feelings to those close to you. Sharing helps you reduce pressure and receive support from others. For example, talk to a close friend about feeling anxious about missing an event and listen to their opinion. Building a community of common interests. Find people with similar interests or life values to share and learn together. This community can help you feel like you belong to a group without having to compete to prove yourself. Learn to say no and prioritize. Practice saying no to social pressures. You don't need to join every activity or say yes to every invitation just to avoid FOMO. Learn to politely say no and prioritize the things that are truly important. For example, turn down a party if you need time to rest or focus on work. Set clear goals. Determine your life priorities and focus on the things that are important to you. This helps you reduce distractions and pressure from outside factors. 5. The meaning of overcoming FOMO syndrome. Overcoming FOMO syndrome not only helps improve mental health but also brings positive changes in many aspects of life. Here are the important implications of overcoming FOMO. 5.1. Reduce stress and anxiety. When you no longer feel like you have to follow every event, trend, or compare yourself to others, your mind will become more relaxed and gentle. Reduce social pressure. No need to constantly update or participate in every activity. You will no longer feel stressed because of fear of being left behind. This helps reduce anxiety and improve overall mood. For example, you can enjoy a quiet evening reading a book instead of feeling pressured to attend a party to not be out of date. Increase your ability to focus on the present. Overcoming FOMO helps you live fully in the present moment, no longer distracted by what others are doing. This contributes to enhancing mental health and minimizing prolonged states of stress. 5.2. Increase confidence and self-worth. Escaping the cycle of FOMO means you will stop comparing yourself to others, thereby building self-confidence and a greater awareness of personal value. Discover true value. When you're not caught up in trying to keep up with others, you'll have time to explore yourself, identify your own interests and values. This helps you feel more confident in yourself. For example, instead of feeling inferior when you see your friends showing off their travel photos, you can be proud of the fact that you completed an important personal project. Accept yourself. Overcoming FOMO helps you understand that no one can be perfect or do everything. This makes it easier for you to accept your limitations and love yourself more. 5.3. Improve the quality of relationships. When you're not dominated by social media or unnecessary activities, you'll have more time and energy to invest in the relationships that really matter. Enhance real-life connection. Instead of focusing on maintaining your social media image, you can spend time meeting, chatting, and creating meaningful memories with family and friends. For example, organize an intimate gathering with loved ones instead of attending a noisy event that doesn't bring much meaning. Build better quality relationships. When you no longer chase recognition from strangers on social networks, you will focus more on close, trustworthy relationships in real life. 5.4. Increase work efficiency and personal development. Getting rid of FOMO helps you focus on personal and work goals without being distracted by unnecessary things. Increase concentration. When you're not caught up in social media distractions, you can devote all your time to working effectively and achieving specific goals. For example, instead of wasting hours monitoring other people's lives, you could use that time to learn a new skill or complete an important project. Sustainable development. Overcoming FOMO helps you focus on things that truly bring long-term value, like improving your skills, health, or personal relationships. 5.5. Improve quality of life and sense of well-being. Ultimately, overcoming FOMO leads to a more balanced, peaceful, and happy life. Live more purposefully and meaningfully. You are no longer caught up in short-term and frivolous goals and instead focus on the things that bring lasting satisfaction. For example, instead of spending money to follow temporary trends, you can invest in learning or valuable experiences. Enjoy the fun now. You will learn to appreciate the small but meaningful moments in everyday life, like a delicious meal, a peaceful afternoon, or the presence of loved ones. 6. Conclusion. The fear of missing out is not something rare, all of us can experience it. It's important to learn how to recognize and control it to live a happier, more balanced life. So what do you think about FOMO? Have you ever experienced it? Please share your opinion in the comments section. Thanks for watching, see you in the next video.